everyone. My name is Larry Ann Torres, and I am the current Region 6 representative for the Coalition on Adult Basic Education and one of the members of the COABE Journal Review Committee. Welcome to our series of interviews with COABE Journal authors. It is my pleasure to be joined by authors Monica Wilson and William Durden, who wrote one of the articles titled A Shared Vision for Racial Equity, Systems Innovations for Social and Economic Justice, that is featured in the latest edition of the COABE Journal focusing on racial equity and immigrant integration. Welcome, Monica and William. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, everyone. My name is Monica Wilson, and I am a policy associate with the Washington State Board for Community and Technical Colleges in our Basic Education for Adults area. And I focus on the areas of equity, diversity, and inclusion, as well as professional development.
Hi, everybody. My name is Will Durden, and I am the Director of Basic Education for Adults with the Washington State Board for Community and Technical Colleges.
Thank you, Monica and William. I'm so excited for you to share your work of aligning policies and programs to your vision. So tell us why you wrote the article for the COABE Journal.
I'm happy to get us started. I think that we really wanted to share the good work that's happening across Washington State and to partner with adult education systems across the country in order to dig deeper into the possibilities of reshaping the educational opportunities for English language learners of color, particularly students that are immigrants of color.
I would add that we want to show how pathways work can be equity work. That connecting students to educational opportunities needs to include post-secondary education and training that leads to living wage jobs and further educational opportunities.
Thank you both so much. How will your adult education practitioners benefit from reading your article, and how will that benefit their learners?
Well, all learners deserve to dream big, right? And to have an educational system that's really designed to support them all along the way. So one step in this direction is to envision the possibilities of long-term pathway planning, kind of like Will was just talking about, for English language learners. Our system has made this commitment to lead with racial equity, and our state has made policy decisions that remove barriers and increase access for English language learners, students without a high school diploma, and less documented students. We also know that these categories aren't mutually exclusive. So it's really thinking about the whole approach and the whole system, and recognizing that as we target those who are most marginalized and most minoritized in our students, often students of color and immigrant students and English language learners, that as we develop those strategies that target those students, everyone wins.
We want practitioners to think about how embedding and contextualizing basic education for adults into pathway programs creates more equity for our students. We want to see the field move to continue to do high school equivalency and English language acquisition, some of the bread and butter of the work that we do, but see how those activities are components of a pathways approach that leads to greater social and economic justice for our communities.
What do you hope the readers will take away from this article?
Well, I really hope that readers come away from this article with a commitment to investigate the programmatic and policy landscapes where investments for programs like iBest and funding sources like Ability to Benefit can be made. We know that these programs and approaches work for the most marginalized students on our campuses in Washington, and they should be available to any English language learner anywhere in any state.
And I think Monica really said that best. I hope that this article creates a sense in the readership and in the membership that equity work is possible, yes, and that we can take steps to define it, make it concrete and tangible, and know that we can make efforts that make a difference.
Do you have any additional comments that you would like to share with our viewers?
I mean, for me, it's just that as we continue to pursue this road to racial, social, and economic justice for our diverse communities, as our vision really tells us to do and helps us get on that path, we just I just want to say that I'm really committed, and I think our team and our state is really committed to a practice of deep learning and transformation. So where we were when we wrote this article isn't even where we are today. I feel like I've come so far. I've learned so much, and I continue to learn with folks across Washington state that are doing great work in service of our English language learners, particularly of color, but also thinking about the impact of faculty of color that are teaching in these programs as well. So just that it's ever evolving, always growing, and stay tuned to Washington. We've always got something good going on.
I would add to that too, that we look for thought partners and people to converse with in this conversation. So if someone reads this article and that spurs some new thoughts or some questions or an investigation that they want to take up with us, like, please contact us, please reach out to us. We would love to hear your thoughts and think about how we can collaborate across the nation to do this work together.
Monica and William, again, I want to thank you for contributing to the latest edition of the COABE Journal. I'm excited for individuals to read your article and take a look at what you have done in Washington. I also want to remind everyone to check out this article and all the journal articles on the COABE website by going to www.coabe.org and clicking on the Journal tab. Thank you for joining us.